A very good afternoon to class 6th. So as we have completed with the question answers and the question answer part of this lesson. So now we are going to start with the take the correct option, means the book exercise we will do, and then our one lesson and one poem will be left, right? So we have to complete the literature, then one test paper is also left, and because we have to do the grammar part also, a lot of grammar is left. So बच्चे कीप डूइंग योर वर्क, जैसे जैसे मैं भेज रही हूँ अपना काम साथ साथ रिटर्न करते रहिए कंप्लीट। एंड एक एक यूनिट ख़त्म होता है तो 4 लेसन्स की मुझे पीडीएफ बना के आप भेजते रहिए। यूनिट 4, यूनिट 5, नाउ व्हेन इट विल बी फिनिश्ड यूनिट 6, साथ साथ करते रहिए। डोंट कीप योर वर्क पेंडिंग, बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाएगा नहीं तो। बिकॉज नाउ आफ्टर दिस लिटरेचर वी हैव टू स्टार्ट विद द ग्रामर, एंड इसके मैं टेस्ट लेने स्टार्ट कर दूँगी फिर, ठीक है। चलिए, so we have done the question answer parts. Now we come to the book exercise. So the name of the lesson is A Face in the Dark. A Face in the Dark. So we have done the vocabulary and question answers. Now we will do the book exercise. Now open your book at page number 110. Come to this B part, MCQ part. Tick the correct options. Major Sangster was a teacher, doctor or a monk? He was a teacher. So tick the correct answer, teacher. Major was carrying a, what was he carrying in his hand? Stick, book or a torch? He was carrying a torch. When Major saw the face of the boy, what happened to him? He talked to the boy, or he gave him money, or he just ran blindly towards the school gate. What he did? He ran blindly towards the school gate. He was so afraid. Now the C part is find the words from the lesson which have the following meanings. So an unmarried man. What is an unmarried man called? C part. Unmarried means bachelor. Then the second is wrongdoer. Wrongdoer, miscreant. The next is excitable or timid. So in this we can write nervous. Fourth one is, third one, right. Third one दूसरा है. Third one is without noise. Without noise, so it is soundless. The boy was crying soundless, weeping, na? So soundless. Then the fourth is excitable or timid. So that means a nervous. Fifth one I couldn't find. You people try if you get the answer. Fifth I couldn't find. Falsehood. So that I couldn't found. So you people try. Falsehood means जो true ना हो, झूठ type, कोई ऐसी बात जो झूठ हो. So you try to find out from the lesson that which word matches this meaning. Now come to the language skills. Now we come here, language skills. A part. Major Sangster had been teaching for several years. Had been. So which tense is this? Had means past. Been means been teaching means teach के साथ ing लगा हुआ, तो क्या बन गया? Past perfect continuous. So this is a past perfect continuous tense. So they are telling you that we use this past perfect continuous tense to talk about things that were going on in the past when something happened. पास्ट परफेक्ट टेंस वो बताता है कि पास्ट में एक्शन हुआ था कभी किसी सर्टेन पॉइंट पे जब कुछ when something happened. This was going on. This action was going on when something happened. So now the sentences are given with the fill-ups and they have given the verbs also, and we have to change these verbs into past perfect continuous. So the first one is I dash for 2 hours. तो क्या बन जाएगा? I had been running. तो आप डाल दीजिए उसमें, ठीक है? फर्स्ट वन had been running. सेकेंड में आएगा we had been playing. We had been playing. थर्ड he had been waiting. He had been waiting. Fourth one, she had been reading this book. Had been reading this book. Fifth, you had been brushing. Right? Then look at these sentences. Now the torch fell from the major sangster's hand. So in this sentence an apostrophe is used. So it is used to indicate possession in nouns. Nouns may, when we have to show the possessions, we use apostrophe. I have told you in the possessive cases of nouns and pronouns, if you remember class 6. So now we have to add the apostrophe where it is needed. The first one, the clock's hand pointed to midday. B part. तो कहाँ पे लगेगा? The clock's hand. तो आप फिल कर लीजिए अपनी बुक में, फर्स्ट वाले में. सेकेंड, the boy's foot slipped on the step. The boy's foot. Write it in your book. The ladies' hats are on the bed. Ladies' hats. इसमें आएगा ladies' hats. Ladies' hats. The policeman's helmet. The policeman's helmet. Then I fastened the dog's collar. Dog's collar. Right? So the next is word power. Now we have to make the nouns from each of the words given below. So one is done for you. The first one is make nouns from each of the words given below. The first one is appear. So we have to make, this is word part. First, and ugly appearance. Then second, a severe punishment. Third, a good friend. Fourth one, a heavyweight. Fifth one, a sad loser. A sad loser. Sixth is an important decision. So with this we have completed the word power also. I am telling you again and again बच्चे, you complete your work unit wise, आप complete करके make it in a PDF form and send it to me. Unit wise अपना काम complete करते जाइए और मुझे send करते जाइए. Choose the most suitable adjectives from the box and fill in the blanks. So this was A and this is B. Now we have to choose there is a help box and they have given the words. So we have to choose the suitable adjectives. Now the first one is a dash story. Now what do you think it can come? Which word will be more suitable? Just think about and find out which word will be more suitable. A interesting story. Interesting story. Second, food. Delicious food. Third, dash weather. So, sunny weather. Fourth one, dash cap. Woolen cap. So, fifth one, dash boy. Clever boy. Sixth one, dash forest. Dense forest. So we have completed book exercise. This is the C part. This is the C part. Then we come to the language skills A part, B part, then the word part, A part, B part. We have done this also. Now turn the page. We will do the next. Move to page number 112. Yes. So on the next page we have writing skills. Read the following conversation and write a message of not more than 50 words. So we have already done the message writing. I have shown you how to write it. I have told you the format also. And we have done 2-3 messages also. So George, hello, is this 9810511984? David, yes. May I know who is calling? George, I am George. Could I speak to Arun please? I am sorry, he is not at home. Could I give him a message? Yes, please tell Arun that his friend Neeraj has met with an accident and he is admitted in Metro Hospital. So we are going to the hospital. Could he join as soon as he can? He is in urgent need of blood. David, that's really a sad news. I'll inform Arun as soon he comes. George, thank you very much. So this is a telephonic conversation. A telephone comes. George is calling Arun, but Arun is not at home, and David picks up the phone and he takes the message. So now you have to write a message. Telephone call from George. ठीक है? Telephone call from the George. So how we will write? I have told you to write the message. How? So you will write. First of all, they have asked to write a telephone call from the George, and now we will start from here. Arun. Right? So I'll write it there. Fine? We will write it there. So it is page 112, message writing. Now, so you can start from telephone call from George. They have written, so you have to write the name, right? So now you can start writing. Here you write down जिसके लिए हमने मैसेज छोड़ना है. Arun, that's it. Your friend George called you to inform you. योर फ्रेंड तो हमें लिखने की ज़रूरत नहीं, क्योंकि ऑलरेडी उसे मालूम है कि जॉर्ज उसका फ्रेंड है. सो सिंपल लिखेंगे अरुण, जॉर्ज कॉल्ड टू इन्फॉर्म यू, एंड डोंट फॉरगेट टू मेक अ बॉक्स. Right? Don't forget. So here you have to write down the time also. You can mention the time also if you can, but here no time is given, so no need. So write here message. I will inform you that Neeraj has met with an accident and admitted in Metro Hospital. Right? इतना मैसेज हमने दे दिया. Now he told you to join as soon as possible as he is in the need of blood. He told to join, meet them, I think. Join them in the hospital as Neeraj is in urgent need of blood. join them in the hospital as soon as possible. As soon as possible, as Neeraj needs blood urgently. तो हमने पूरा मैसेज भी दे दिया और बहुत छोटे से उसमें हमें वी डोंट हैव टू राइट एनी मैसेज हियर, वी जस्ट हैव टू राइट to whom we are giving the message and we have to give the whole information in a very small message. So that's it. नीचे आप अपना नाम लिख देंगे. Who received? David. That's it. So this is your message. That's it. And don't forget to draw the box because message is always written in a box. And many of you have not drawn the box and you have written in the form of a letter. So I have not given you any numbers because I told you very specifically that how you have to write, but still you people wrote it very, very incorrectly. So I have not given the marks to those who have not written it appropriately. So with this we have completed this part also. Now we are going to start with the next lesson. Now the next lesson is after 20 years. So this is the section 3 of unit number 6. This is also a mystery story. So now we are going to start the reading, right? This is after 20 years. So this is the section 3, unit 6. Now, Henry Pseudonium for William Sidney Porter wrote exciting stories that we widely read even today because of their element of surprise and sudden twists towards the end. So here the introduction is given regarding that who wrote these stories for whom. So Henry Pseudonium for William Sidney Porter. Henry Pseudonium wrote the stories. For whom? For William Sidney Porter. He wrote exciting stories that were widely read. Widely read means बहुत लोग पढ़ते थे उनको. Even today also they read because why they read his stories? What was the reason why the people read his stories? Because of the element of surprise. Because उनकी stories में जो surprise होता था वो बहुत अच्छा होता था और sudden twists towards the end और end होते होते story में बहुत सारे twists आ जाते थे. तो इसलिए उनकी stories हेनरी स्यूडोनियम की बहुत ज़्यादा लाइक की जाती थी, वाइडली रेड थी, वाइडली पढ़ी जाती थी. People used to like his stories and because of their element of surprise and the sudden twist towards the end. So now we start the reading. The policeman on the beat moved up avenue impressively. The impressiveness was habitual and not for the show, for spectators were few. The time was barely 10 o'clock at night, but chilly gusts of wind, with a taste of rain in them, had well nigh enveloped the streets. So here the scene is that the policeman on the beat moved up. Beat is movement. In this scene, the policeman is shown. He is moving up to the avenue impressively. There is one policeman and he is moving to the avenue. Impressively means उनकी जो way of walking है बहुत impressive होती है. The impressiveness was habitual. और जो ये impressiveness होती है ये उनकी habit में आ जाती है. It is habitual. It is not for the show. दिखाने के लिए वो ऐसे impressive नहीं बनते हैं. For spectators were few. Spectators होते हैं बच्चे the audience. ठीक है? The people who watch something. तो हम audience को spectators भी कहते हैं. So because they mean to say that that impressiveness was habitual, means it was in their habit, it was not for the show. For spectators were very few, means जो देखने वाले हैं ऑडियंस वो बहुत कम है. The time was barely 10 o'clock at night. So it was 10 o'clock at night, and chilly gusts of wind, means the weather is very cool, very breezy. Chilly है बहुत, with a taste of rain, or there was a rain also, so that is why the weather is more chilly. And the rain in them had well nigh enveloped the streets, means weather was very chilly, as well as it has rained earlier also, and the means it had well nigh enveloped the streets, means पूरी streets में rain जैसे आई थी, तो they were मतलब there was water in the streets, so मतलब it was but obvious to see that कि वहाँ पर अभी बारिश होकर चुकी है, right? The streets were wet and it was quite obvious that the rain had just stopped and the wind was quite chilly. It was 10 o'clock at night and a policeman comes there walking very impressively, and that impressiveness is not for the show, it is in their habit. Trying doors as he went, twirling his club with many intricate and artful movements, turning now and then to cast his watchful eye down the Pacific thoroughfare. The officer, with his stalwart form and slight swagger, made a fine picture of a guardian of peace. Now, trying doors as he went. Trying doors means he was trying to open the doors, whichever it was opening. So he was just trying the doors as he went, or he was moving, twirling his club with many intricate and artful movements. Twirling his club with many intricate and artful movements, turning now and then to cast his watchful eye down the Pacific thoroughfare. Means he was a policeman, so he had to keep an eye on each and everything. So he was trying the doors and he was just moving with his artful movements. He was walking along and he was looking here and there and checking each and everything with his watchful eye down the Pacific thoroughfare. So it's a name of a place, Pacific thoroughfare. The police with his stalwart form, means the policeman had their own dignity, they had their own image. So in that image, in their that uniform and form, so and a light swagger made a fine picture of a guardian of peace, means he was just looking over there for something, and he was looking at that something suspicion or something suspected thing catches an eye. So he was just trying his hand on the doors also, and he was moving along and keeping an eye, watchful eye on each and everything. So he was making a very elegant, impressive, he was looking as very impressive officer. And slight swagger means there was a bit style also in him. Made a fine picture of guardian, means but in spite of all that swag and all that style and impressiveness in his gait and his walk, he was looking as a guardian of peace, means ऐसा नहीं लग रहा था कि वो कुछ वहाँ पे वायलेंस करने आए हैं. ही वॉज लुकिंग एज अ गार्जियन ऑफ पीस, मीन्स यहाँ पे अपना काम पीसफुली करेंगे, शांति से करेंगे. ओके, so now we move forward. The vicinity was one that kept early hours. Now vicinity here means near around, आसपास का area, was the one that kept early hours. Now and then you might see the lights of a cigar store or of an all-night lunch counter, but the majority of the doors belonged to the business places that had long since been closed. और जो एरिया में जहाँ वो घूम रहे थे ऑफिसर, that vicinity was the one that kept early hours. मीन्स वो अर्ली आवर्स तक खुली रहती थी. नाउ एंड देन यू माइट सी द लाइट्स. तो वो जो एरिया जिस विसिनिटी में दैट ऑफिसर वॉज रोमिंग, ही वॉज चेकिंग समथिंग, सो दैट एरिया वॉज केप्ट फॉर अर्ली आवर्स. जल्दी मतलब अर्ली आवर्स मीन्स काफ़ी जल्दी वो खुल जाता था. And now and then you might see the lights of cigar, and people used to come, maybe one or two, maybe having a cigar in their hands, lights of a cigar store or an all night lunch counter. So there was a store of cigars also, so people used to come there and buy the cigars, and then there was an all night lunch counter also. So there was one counter where the people come and get their lunch. So it was an all night, means पूरी रात कोई भी वहाँ पे आके अपना जो है लंच काउंटर से लंच लेके मीन्स फूड लेके जा सकता था. बट क्या था, मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द डोर्स बिलोंग टू द बिजनेस प्लेसेस. बट जो भी वो डोर्स खोल रहे थे वो बिजनेस प्लेसेस से ही बिलोंग करते थे. दैट हैड लॉन्ग बीन सिंस क्लोज्ड. और वो जो सारे डोर्स थे वो बिजनेस प्लेसेस के थे और वो अब तक बंद हो चुके थे. ही वॉज दैट पुलिसमैन वॉज ट्राइंग आउट द डोर्स ना, वो खोल रहे थे एक एक डोर को एंड ही वॉज चेकिंग ईच एंड एवरीथिंग. सो दैट इज़ वॉट दे आर सेइंग कि जो एरिया है वो विसिनिटी मीन्स सराउंडिंग एरिया आसपास का, वो अर्ली आवर्स तक खुला रहता है. उसमें एक लाइट सिगार्स का स्टोर है जहाँ पे लोग आते रहते हैं, सिगार वगैरह लेते हैं, खरीदते हैं. और वहाँ पे एक लंच काउंटर है जहाँ से लोग अपना ऑल नाइट कभी भी पूरी नाइट में आकर अपना फूड वगैरह पैक करा के लेके जा सकते हैं. बट वहाँ पे मेजॉरिटी ऑफ डोर्स जो थे दैट बिलोंग टू द बिजनेस प्लेसेस, और जो दरवाजे अभी तक डोर्स हैव बीन सिंस क्लोज्ड, और उनके अभी तक डोर्स क्लोज हो चुके थे. So now we end here and we will continue tomorrow, right? So we stop here. So all of you complete your work, class 6th. So we will continue with this lesson tomorrow.